I don't even know how to begin with this video. For those of you who don't know who Kero the Wolf is, he's a furry who was in a private messaging group that got leaked. He's what you call a popufur, someone within the furry community who's quite popular, like a public figure. Anyway, he was compromised within the furry community and had to step down. He had to leave. He had to leave the furry community. You ask me, why did he do that? What was the reason? Oh, because allegedly it was thought to be that his dog died because he raped it to death. Allegedly, he was on video fucking a dead deer. He denies all of this at first. He denied this. I shit you not. He blamed it on Iranian super hackers. That's right. He denied this. He denied all of it until he had an interview with Zoe Quinn Fox, another furry. He lied about the whole Iranian super hackers. What a shock. But anyway, eventually he did leave the internet for a matter of 2 years, but now he's back. I wonder why. It couldn't be because Toggle and Exit Mouse. So let's see what he has to say. Let's see what this individual has to say.
Hi guys. A lot has happened in the past 2 years. I want to take a moment and explain why I left YouTube before we get into everything. This was in the fall of 2018, the day the accusation started. The police came to my apartment multiple times a week.
Where's the proof? Post times, dates, and proof from the police of people coming into your apartment. Because it's got to be a paper trail in there.
People were calling the police station and accusing me of all kinds of things.
Because you admitted to some of these things?
And then they asked if they can search my place. I endured these visits and let them do their work. And after a month and a half of all these visits, everything went silent. But what happened in January completely surprised me. The police were able to obtain a search warrant, which blew my mind. There's honestly nothing there to justify a search warrant.
Like, here's the thing. You were visited by these police before a search warrant was issued to the police. You had a chance to hide evidence, if there was any evidence at all.
But then I saw the actual piece of paper. Someone called the police, accused me of having illicit material on my computer. And the warrant was to check for distribution and storage of it, which is a felony.
Yeah, it is a felony. I'm glad you understand that.
They took everything, my cameras, my phone, my computer, all my hard drives.
I don't believe you. If you have a look at your YouTube channel, 16th of November 2018. So around about that time, you were being accused of the whole Zoo Crew leaks, right? So all your cameras, hard drives, and computers were confiscated in January. If I go onto your Patreon, and I have a look at all the posts, and I specify by video itself. So November 16th was your last video on YouTube, December 9th, 2019 at 9:05 AM, and then on March the 2nd, okay, interesting, 5:42 AM, April 9th, April 17th, June 19th, July 3rd, and on and on and on.
So after they took my stuff, I felt utterly hopeless. Without my video equipment, how could I fight back?
Again, you were posting on Patreon. It's not a matter of you weren't posting at all on YouTube. You were still posting videos on Patreon.
The fandom helped me so much. Even if a lot of you dislike me, I can never dislike the fandom. There are a lot of things that need fixing.
What do you mean fixing? Fixing what exactly? The fandom? Or you?
So I'll go over everything one by one. Let's start so we can put this whole thing behind us. First, let's talk about the logs. They were posted by a Twitter user in September 2018. They depicted horrific things that were said between a group of people on Telegram.
Yeah, but they actually happened, though, didn't they, Kero? It wasn't fabricated, it wasn't a lie, they actually happened. And those pictures are real, aren't they, Kero?
There was also a list of people allegedly involved in the chats, but of the ones included was my name. While it is true I have talked to Snake Thing before, I didn't know he was the monster he turned out to be. We were not friends, just some guy I've been in some furry group, and we talked about feral cartoons. The logs of me are not real. There was none of that nasty shit in there, just a normal conversation between two people who like feral characters. Secondly, I want to point out the legitimacy of the person who posted the logs. This user claims to be an actual confessed zoophile, and the logs contain images of bestiality. How does that make him a legitimate source if he himself is one of those people that abuses animals?
Interesting take. But he came out with this stuff. Maybe he saw what was going on was fucking wrong.
1. How can the source be trusted? 2. What's the motive?
What's the motive? Again, maybe to shed light that maybe there's something deeply fucking wrong within the community that needs to be rooted out.
But instead of taking it to the police, where it would do actual good, you post it online. If you see a crime happening, or you think there is one happening, you should report it to the police.
That's the most ideal way of thinking about it.
That's how this country works. We have a judicial system for a reason. Yes, people were arrested during this, like Snake Thing. But he wasn't arrested because of the logs. People did report him to the police, and they did investigate him. But his charges do not reflect what was in the logs. This shows he was in possession of illegal pornography. Not because he was a ringleader, not because of these logs people keep talking about, but because he had illegal content.
Yeah, Kero, what was the illegal content? Why don't you say it in this video?
There was a thing going around about me about the Cothrix interview. I don't even want to call it an interview because that's not really what it was. But, you know, we'll go with that for now.
The interview that you outright say they were real, and then within like less than 12 hours you say the logs weren't real.
So I confronted Kero about this and basically told him, look, I know that these logs are real. If you keep denying that, people are eventually going to find out the truth, and this entire thing is going to start all over. And then, Kero agreed with me and told me that yes, the logs are his. He had those conversations, and he does have an interest in some aspects of zoophilia. He also claims that some of the forwarded messages are being taken out of context, but that's something that you guys are going to have to decide is valid on your own. But back to my main point. Yes, the logs are real. Now, before you pick up your torches and pitchforks, let's talk about what that actually means. Yes, Kero does have an interest in animals sexually, and he and Snake shared with each other some pornographic pictures of them.
Are the chat logs real or are the chat logs fake?
Okay, so the chat logs are fake. I put my trust in him. I agreed to retweet the video when it came out, and I did. But then I saw the video. He claimed that I said the logs were 100% real. Nowhere in that conversation did I say that, because it's not true.
Interesting. Where's this come from? Why didn't we hear about this like when the story was just breaking?
A lot of people use this place as their dubious source of information. Even their own staff members of that very website say it's just a place to laugh at people. It's not a resource for reliable information. Their staff said that. And still you want to use that website as a source of information when even the creators of that say it's not a source for information?
The information that's on that site is pretty credible in terms of where that stuff came from, who's leaked it, because remember, this isn't something that was leaked onto 4chan. It wasn't leaked onto Kiwi Farms, it was leaked onto Twitter.
To understand why I didn't come out and make a video about this right away, you have to understand what I was going through and everything, you know, my psychology throughout the entire thing. The longer the controversy went on, the more I lost. All of a sudden my name was a curse. I have always made videos on YouTube because it makes people happy, and in return that makes me happy. But the motivation to make videos quickly went away when my name became that curse. I was so psychologically fucked up that I could barely function. The thoughts running through my head didn't help either. How can I prove myself when no one will listen? How can I make people happy when they hate me? There's no use in making videos anymore.
But you did make videos, Kero. You posted them on Patreon. If you have a look at your Patreon now that you've linked into your YouTube account, you were posting videos from beginning of last year. You had a chance to talk about your innocence. You could have made it like a free thing. You could have done it on Vimeo. You could have done it on Daily Motion. You could have done it on any video hosting website, but you didn't.
So to wrap this up, no, I am not a zoo sadist. No, I'm not a pedophile.
What about the zoophile stuff? No, you're not a zoophile? No? Okay. Not a zoo sadist. Okay.
I know this video may not please everyone, but I'm moving forward with my content and my channel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.
Oh, fucking hope not. So yeah, a lot to take from that video. I just lost my temper at one point. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, hit the bell, leave a like, comment. You know the drill. I'll see you in the next one. See ya. Bye.